Hi, I'm Dave Epstein. This is Growing Wisdom. I'm here today with Dennis Collins at Mount Auburn Cemetery, and you are the horticultural curator. And you've got quite a project here that you've undertaken. Tell me a little bit about this.
We had, in this case, a woodland, about 4 acres, that had been minimally managed for over a century. And we found that Norway maple had come in, taken over in the canopy, and eliminated the understory. We lost most of the low-growing shrubs and herbaceous plants that effectively protected this steep slope against erosion. Ultimately, the solution for us came from John Engwer, a friend of mine whose company Groundscapes began playing with an old idea, taking burlap, laying it out and creating tubes which you could then fill with compost, pinned in place and then planted using a lot of different things. You end up with plants doing the work of holding the soil against erosion. Just to show you some of the plants that ended up being used in this project, we've got woodland species of viburnum and kalmia, the mountain laurel, but down low and directly in the tubes, barren strawberry or the Christmas fern. Down here, a particularly successful one, which is yellow root, Xanthorrhiza simplicissima. It's done really well here. It's spread in just a couple of years to be a 10-foot wide bank.
So Dennis, you've got some simple things here that a homeowner may have. You know, sometimes people do their compost and they don't know what to do with it, so this is a solution on a smaller scale.
If you wanted to do something similar to this, but on a much smaller scale, you could do it where, with burlap, you can get it in the roll size and lay out as much of a length as you need and create your own tubes. It's really as simple as laying out your burlap, as long as the tube is that you need. You can cut it to length. You can then get your compost and create essentially a planting tube that can be pinned in place. You can plant some very small material here, either plugs or say 1 quart size pots.
Dennis, did you actually cut a hole big enough for the plant and then put it right in here?
Yeah, we did. You can punch the hole. This may not be the best solution, but if you took a knife and jabbed it in, you can create a very small hole, and that's about all you need for a plug.
Okay.
You can plant the plug directly in there. It's the kind of thing where you can space your plants every 8 to 10 inches and get a decent amount of coverage in a tube very easily planting this way.
Dennis, thank you very much. This was incredibly informative. I certainly learned a lot today, and I hope you learned a lot. A little bit of burlap, some compost, and a few native plants. You can create something really beautiful at home.